Welcome! Let's learn Minecraft Explorers, a 1 to 4 player game by Matthew Dunstan, published by Ravensburger. There's a lot to discover in the world of Minecraft. Show your courage and curiosity by roaming the overworld in search of hidden treasure. Store the treasure safely in your chests to win the game together. Don't get overrun by hostile mobs or it'll be game over. To set up, shuffle the landscape cards with the landscape side face up. Then lay 5 landscape cards out in the middle of the play area. Make sure nobody knows what is on the back of those cards. Keep the remaining cards nearby to use as a draw pile. Next, shuffle the mob cards. Then remove a number of cards depending on player count. For a 4-player game, remove 5 cards. For a 3-player game, remove 6 cards. A 2-player game, 7 cards. And for a solo game, remove 8 cards. Then put those cards back in the box. They will not be used for this game. Then take the bottom 4 cards, shuffle in the game over card, then place that back at the bottom of the mob stack. Then draw the top mob card and place it by the mob stack. Next, create your chest stack. If it is your first game, it is recommended to use chests 1 through 5 as indicated at the bottom right corner of each card. Otherwise, shuffle the chests together and deal out a number of chests depending on the difficulty level you wish to play. For an easy game, deal out 5 chests. For a normal game, 6 chests. For a hard game, 7 chests. And for a hardcore game, 8 chests. Put the remaining chests back in the box. Then place each chest you will be playing with face up in the center of the play area. The last person to play Minecraft goes first. That person gets the hunger cards and night card. You'll explore the world of Minecraft together to find the items shown on the chest cards. You win the game immediately if you fill all but one chest with the requested items. You decide which chests to fill and you can change your mind during the game. But hurry up! You lose the game immediately when the game over card is revealed. The faster the mob pile empties, the closer you are to losing. On your turn, you will use hunger cards to pay to do actions, and then play the night card and reveal new mobs. So let's start learning what actions you can perform. There are 4 actions you can perform. Explore a landscape tile and get the item, reveal new landscapes, fight mobs and gain it as a trophy, and fill chests. To explore a landscape tile, choose one of the 5 landscape cards, pay the hunger amount listed on the landscape card, so in this case play 4 hunger cards, then take the card, flip it over, and add it to your inventory. Note that when you take a landscape card, you do not draw another landscape card to replace it. Items going into your inventory are placed in front of you. There is no limit to the amount of items you can have, and you can choose to use the items this turn or a different turn. Some item cards are used only to fill chests. Other items have different functions that I'll get to during their relevant action. If your cards have a sword or pickaxe symbol, you could use it to decrease the amount of hunger cards you needed to pay for an item. The type of card it is must match the symbol on the landscape. So in this case, this sword card can be used on this landscape. -3 hunger, -3 hunger, so there is no need to add more hunger cards. A pickaxe can be used on this landscape card because there is a pickaxe there, so 4, we can take this landscape. And of course, only hunger cards can be used on this landscape card. Once a special tool has been used once, flip that card over and it can be used one more time. After it has been used one more time, it then gets discarded. When using a tool on a landscape card, any excess is simply forfeited. Villagers are special landscape cards. In addition to the amount of hunger that is required, they also ask that you pay either an emerald or another item, in this case, wood. And in exchange, they give you what is to the right side of the arrow, in this case, a crossbow, to add to your inventory. Or in this example, instead of using an emerald, you can find a card that has the house symbol on it. The traded items will go into its own discard pile. You may gain food from landscape cards. It will add to the number of hunger that you are able to spend. To use it, place it in the discard pile. Just be careful, any amount you don't spend will be forfeited. Or you may be playing with a chest that requires food items. Either way, if you are unable to use food you gain this turn, it goes into discard. Chests 5 and 6 ask for a wet sponge and a totem of undying. The wet sponge and totem of undying exist on these two landscape cards. If you play the explorer map, you may go through the landscape cards to find the card you are looking for. These two cards are placed with the regular landscapes to be used as an additional option. Note that filling these chests is the only function of these cards, so if you don't need these because you're not playing with these chests, then avoid these locations. To use a spyglass, place the spyglass into discard, then reveal all the landscape tiles that are on display, and then turn them back over again. If the landscape card you choose has a mob on it, there might be a mob on the other side. If the back of your landscape card does have the mob symbol on it with the little arrow coming out of it, then draw the amount of cards it says by the mob symbol. So in this case, draw one mob card. So simply draw and place. However, if one of the cards you draw matches one of the mobs that's already there, then you must draw another card. And if that matches any of the mobs there, you must draw another card. Once you have finally drawn a mob that is not on display, you stop drawing mobs. So when there's a bunch of different mobs, you will be reaching the game over card much more quickly. So as mentioned earlier, landscape cards do not automatically renew. Instead, pay one hunger card. Once that is done, you also may choose any cards that you wish to go to the bottom of the landscape deck. Then fill the landscape cards back up to 5. Next, you could fight a mob. You can either pay the hunger amount, or using a sword is always an option. And just like landscape cards, the hunger cost is only reduced by the number next to the sword. So in this case, he would need 1 more hunger in order to defeat this mob. Either way, take the mob to your inventory. To use a crossbow, put it in the discard pile, and it can take out 2 mobs without having to spend any hunger at all. Once a player has 2 of a mob type, they can use that as a hunger card. So in this case, this player has the 6 hunger cards, plus 1 more hunger payment with this pair of mobs. And newly acquired hunger can be used immediately, so currently this player has 2 hunger, but when we add another mob, they can now use 3 hungers. After a pair of mobs has been used for their 1 hunger, place those mobs into discard. Armor protects you from mobs. To use it, any time that you would have to reveal mobs, you may instead discard your armor and not reveal mobs. Next, you can fill a chest. To do that, spend 1 hunger. So put at least 1 item in a chest, and when completed, flip that chest over. And you can see as a reward, you go ahead and take a mob. So take any mob that has been revealed. If no mob has been revealed, take no mob. And you may fill as many chests as you have items for. Once you have run out of hunger cards, or choose to not play any more hunger cards, you must play the night card to spawn a new mob. Then it is the next player's turn, in clockwise order. Remember, you immediately lose if you reveal the Game Over card. Otherwise, once the next to last chest has been filled, you win. Thank you for joining me to learn Minecraft Explorers. Have fun!